everyone, welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and I'm so glad that you are here because today we're going to be talking about Plan B. Plan B, which is also including different UFAs that we haven't been talking about. Some people have been talking about it. I haven't been. I've been very focused on certain things, but today we're going to be talking about Jake DeBrusk and the Plan B options. And so let's dive into that. Now, you know me. I'm all about Plan A. I'm about Plan A. I'm about Zadorov is coming back. I'm very confident he's coming back. I'm about the other Plan A, going and getting Gensel. But I want to talk today about, by the way, those are videos that I've already done. Go check them out. I've also done a trade rumor video regarding Patrick Laine. Check them out, okay? So there's like, let's just be honest, right now, it is dead silent. It is dead silent, everyone, when it comes to free agency, actually more than free agency, UFAs, unrestricted free agents, restricted free agents. It is so quiet across the league. It is dead. It's like all quiet on the Western Front and across the National Hockey League. It is insane. So we want to dive into what's going on. What are some of the possibilities? Because the quietness is getting me a little bit nervous with certain players. Okay. Certain players. Now, just a reminder, I produce passionate, realistic, and honest Canucks content. If you like that kind of stuff, please hit the like and subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. And just put this banner here. Also hit by hitting that like and subscribe. Do that also on Facebook as well as X, Instagram, and YouTube. Just follow me on Kempner Canucks, and you'll find all my content there as well. I want to be diving in. Also on YouTube, you can become a member, right? Just a reminder that you can become a member. And I'd appreciate anyone that would consider doing such a thing. I know it's the off season. I know it's hard, but $4.99 gets you loyalty badges, custom emojis, and then next level members get all the RevTrev perks and other member shout outs and all kinds of stuff. So I'd love for you to jump in, do that as well, but there's no pressure at all. Come just enjoy the stream, have the conversation. So today I want to be diving in about the conversation about Plan B. And what do I mean by that? Because let's just be honest, there might be a really, really, it might not go the way you're hoping. The more I think about it, the more I think this team is going to look vastly different than last season. And this is what's so strange is there is a lot of rumors out there about who are not going to resign. Like tons of UFA rumors, Canucks rumors that apparently we're not resigning anybody. Now, I'm still convinced, and I could be totally wrong on this, but Zadorov will sign a contract and stay with the Vancouver Canucks. I believe that. I also have to plan, and I'm so in on this. Like, all the chips are in. All the chips are in. Like, I'm all in. I believe wholeheartedly that this is going to happen. I know most of the fan base wants this. Some people are like, no, don't pay him that, blah, blah, blah. Listen, you got to play playoff players' money. That's what you got to do. You got to fill this team with playoff producing players. That's why I want Zadorov. Now, I have to prepare myself not to have Zadorov. That's what I have to do. But I'm so invested, it's hard to think outside the box. So this is why I'm making this video, because I feel like I'm getting that way. And a lot of Canuck fans are going that way when it comes to Gensel. It's like, well, you think we're going to land Gensel, which I think we should try to land him. I think the Canucks are going to be in the conversation. I think the Canucks are going to probably have to overpay a little bit to get him to land. Depends on how much they want to spend. At the end of the day, that's Plan A. Can we afford Plan A? And keep Hronek? And keep, and fill in the blanks. See, Plan A for the Canucks was they offered a contract to Lindholm, $7 million times 7 years, and he rejected it. So now we're going to Plan B on that. I guess it's not Plan B. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. So maybe this video should be called Plan C. That's what I should call it. But I thought DeBrusk and B, well, it was cooler. Okay. So you don't go to Lindholm. You're not getting Lindholm. Plus, I'm like, you know what? I don't mind that we don't get Lindholm. We need Gensel. That's what we need a winger that can produce everyone. That's what we need. But what if the rumors about Gensel not wanting to come to a Canadian market, wants to stay? He's an American-born player who wants to stay in the United States. There's nothing wrong with him wanting to do that. Now, I do think playing in Canada, especially a team like Vancouver, who's just made the playoffs, has a lot of potential. I think it has with all the connections to Pittsburgh. I think that makes sense. Now, you're saying, Trevor, this is a Jake DeBrusk video. I know, because I'm getting there. Because I'm just saying he might not come to Vancouver. Then what? Then you're like, well, Sam Reinhart. Sam Reinhart's going to come to Vancouver. Listen, if you're Sam Reinhart and you guys win the Stanley Cup, listen, good chance Florida's winning this cup, right? Edmonton has to win 3 games in a row to win the cup. Has not happened since 1942. Why in the world would Sam Reinhart leave Florida with all that chemistry, with all that success, take a little bit extra, less money, get paid good money? And I'm convinced, now I could be wrong, but I'm convinced that he is going to end up back in Florida. They love the chemistry. They want him to do that. Okay. I'm convinced about this, everyone. Absolutely convinced. But I could be wrong. I just highly doubt it. Okay. So what happens if the two premier, and I had a conversation online today about someone who's like, Gensel is elite. No, he's not. He is not elite, everyone. He's got 1 cup. He's had good production. He's very good. I would not put him in the elite category. I would not put Reinhart in the elite category at this stage of their careers. The reason why I would not put them at the elite, and they're plan A free agents. That's really what this comes under. They're plan A free agents. Okay. So I did title this properly. Because elite wingers are Pasternak, Nylander, Rantanen, Panarin. That is elite wingers, okay? Like unbelievably skilled. I have Gensel and Reinhart in a tier below those guys. You need to know that. Both have had productive years. I love watching both of them play. Do you think I would love to have Reinhart in Vancouver? Oh, you better believe it. I would love for him to be in Vancouver. Would he play as good as he is in Florida? I'm not sure. I would hope so. But sometimes when people chase the money, they don't go in the right situations because you're playing with Barkov and you are going to take a downgrade and go to Pettersson. You heard me say it. I'm sorry, but Barkov's a better player than Pettersson at this stage of his career. He just is. Now, Pettersson might, if Pettersson continues to grow, and you know, some of you are saying he was injured. Okay, fine. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Will he produce the same? I'm not sure. It's a risk. But I don't think Reinhart's available. And I've got this bad feeling that Gensel's not coming to Vancouver. And that's what it comes down to. And then now that means plan B. So should the Canucks target Jake DeBrusk, or is there someone else you want in the plan B category? Okay. The next tier after the plan A wingers that we need. So we're losing out. It's good. It sounds like we're losing out on Joshua. We're losing out on Lindholm. Okay. If you look at our team right now and the holes that we have, I think I still have it up here. Do I not? Yes. Look at this. Look at these lines. Okay. No, that's the playoff lines. Where's my holes one? Here it is. Sorry, worse one. This is the holes in our lineup right now. Okay. I think it's very, very interesting what you should do here. If they do not bring Lindholm back and then go with the winger, that means Suter is coming down to the third spot of the centers, right? Depending if Bluger comes back. So you've lost that. You've got another winger there. But let's just say we get Bluger at the 3C. Okay. You still have to get a right winger or a left winger, depending on what you want. And what are you going to do with Höglander? If you don't have Joshua back, Höglander is probably going to drop to the third line. Like this is, there's a lot of holes, everyone. There's a lot of holes. And the cap is a little higher now. So that's a little off. It's an older, it's a graphic from like 2 weeks ago. What about a guy like Jake DeBrusk? Now, he's not plan A. He's not elite. What do you do with him? Okay, I also want to show you this, okay? So he shoots left-handed. He is a left winger and he shoots left-handed. Depending on what site you see, he's either 6'1" or 6 feet, and he's either 198 pounds or he's 196. So he's basically 200 pounds. It's a good size guy. Good size guy. Number of years. And I want to show you his production. So let's look at his production and see for his season and playoffs. So we'll start with season and we'll move to playoffs. Okay, let me just show you this right here. Okay. And then I want to get into comments with you in the chat. If you're watching this later, please post a comment. I love connecting. I love conversations about the Canucks. So let's just go to career stats for a moment. So last season, 80 games, 40 points, which was drastically down, everyone, from the year before. 64 games, 27 goals, 50 points. Now, that was the greatest year in Boston Bruins history, I believe. Actually, I think it's that team was some of the greatest statistical numbers in the NHL history. NHL history, not just Boston Bruins history. So that was a great year. The year before that, he only scored 42 in 77 games, but still scored 25 points. I mean, he scored 27 in 18-19, 42. So he's a 40-point guy. Out of his career, 4 times he's already scored 40 points. He's been over 20 goals 3 times, over 25 3 times, 19 twice. Okay? This is who we're getting. It's not the greatest, right? It's not the greatest. But what is incredible, and let's just quickly go to playoffs for a second. Look at his production this year in the playoffs. 13 games, 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points. 18 minutes of ice time. Wow. Isn't that incredible? Like I just think that's really incredible, honestly. That again, we want to fill our team with playoff players. He also played with Geeky and Pasternak. That also helps his production, right? But in Vancouver, he'll be playing a top 6 forward line. I believe he'd play on the left side to Pettersson, so that would be interesting. So I guess the question is, and maybe I should bring this one up because I do want to just show a couple other things about block shots. And let me just bring this up real quick. I think you can see this. Yes. So if you look at, forget the Oilers right now. Okay. Block shots, 48 was the highest this year that he's ever had. He had 107 assists. 85 the year before for hits. Sorry, 107 hits, not assists. 85. Like this guy, he looks like he's coming into his own now. He looks like he's coming to his own. Power play points. He doesn't score much on the power play. He had 2 shorthanded goals. I mean, he's okay on the power play. No, actually, he's not. He's not great on the power play. Let's look at the playoffs metric. Playoffs, he scored 3 playoff goals, everyone. Out of the 5 goals he scored, 3 of them. That's insane. That's really good. I don't know if you can see that well, but. And his last contract was $4 million. What's he going to want? And what do you think he's worth? So I'm going to dive into comments. Also, later on in the video, I'm going to kind of talk about a couple other things as well, more like personal stuff and, looking ahead at this next couple of weeks and what it's going to look like. So stay tuned if you want to know that stuff. So I want to dive into questions, comments from you. You just want to go to the very first one. Oh, Japan 4 is here. Japan 4, I just want to read, if you don't mind, the one comment you said, and it will be good. I think it's really interesting for us to hear. Okay, I hope you don't mind me saying this, but you and I have been DMing this stuff. I was talking about how there's hardly anything to talk about Canucks-wise right now because there's literally we're not signing this guy. Zadorov's not coming back. Josh's not coming back. Lindholm's not coming back. Just name the guy you want. He's not coming back. Okay, except for Myers. The only one that everyone's agreeing upon is Myers. And I don't know, maybe he doesn't come back, but he said this in our chat, and I think it's true, but maybe it would be a nice chat among us to talk about DeBrusk, right, and the plan B. But he says, don't you feel it's weird that the Canucks haven't signed anyone yet? We almost have half the team to sign. I have a weird feeling that something huge is going to happen, but not sure what it is. Do you guys, when he said that, I'm like, you know what? I can see that. I can see that happening. So Japan 4, I just want to thank you for that. It's going to give me a lot to think about. I think some of the videos I'm going to make are going to help. That's going to help inspire a lot of them. So what do you guys think about Jake DeBrusk? Obviously, Roberto was all in. He wants DeBrusk because he's a great winger. So Roberto wants us to sign Zadorov, get Gensel, and get DeBrusk, get rid of Hronek, and make a trade for Mikheyev as well. I mean, you can't. I mean, this would be. Listen, if this happened, what you just said right here, I would be so pumped. I have this feeling I need to set myself up, take my pressure. I'm at the stage right now. It's if we don't get Zadorov, I'm going to be disappointed no matter what happens. But knowing me, I can recover. Okay. But if we got all these Zadorov, Gensel, DeBrusk, depends on how much DeBrusk is. I know that a lot of people think that Hronek is the guy we need to resign, and I think it's going to go to arbitration anyways. So I think we have them all for this season. I just don't think we're going to be able to trade Mikheyev. Everyone thinks we can. I'm just not there. I hope you're right. I don't think we can. So Japan 4, what's a decent price? Okay. And Roberto also wants to get Monahan if he leaves. Hey, thanks so much for showing up from New Zealand. I appreciate that. You're awesome too. Yeah, Roberto, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys are too kind. Lindholm was 3rd in playoff scoring. Zadorov was 5th. That would be huge losses. And that's what it sounds like right now. I'm just going by what media people are saying. I just don't believe it yet. I do not believe that Zadorov is gone yet. Lindholm, I do think, is gone. Angela, Kachuk and Pasternak missed picks, but I know, dude, some of the worst things that have happened to the Canucks. It's awful. Patrick Kane, Toffoli, yeah, I know. This is awesome. How many cups does Panarin have again? I think it's 0, but he's elite, so it doesn't matter. Ehlers, yeah. Perfected plan B. I mean, he's going to be expensive, right? So I'm not really sure. Marner is not a plan B. And he would be an elite. He would be an elite, right? An elite guy. 100 points guys consistently or in that range, he's elite. Now he's not great in the playoffs, so I don't think we would trade for him. I don't think Vancouver and Toronto make a trade for him. In fact, all the rumors that are coming out right now is that Toronto is not going to trade for him either. No Almond at 4. Grogu at 4C. Okay, I think that's hilarious. Toffoli, Pettersson, and Patrick Kane. I mean, I like that. It's just that they're slow, man. They're slow, and that's not what Alvin said. In his press conference, he wanted wingers who were skilled and fast. You don't get that with Toffoli and Kane. But I like both those guys a lot. Thinking outside the square, what about Joshua's younger brother? He's winger. Apparently, he's a beast. 22-year-olds get cheap. I haven't done any research on him. You probably know more than I do on that one, but I'll check it out. I'll check it out. I did see a video on it. I just thought it was kind of like, it was pretty out there. I think DeBrusk could fit, Justin says, with Miller and Besser. He's got an edge to him and definitely playoff experience. I think they projected 3 years at times $5 million. Okay. Yeah. South or North Dakota? Yeah. Interesting. It's a good question. We aren't getting Gensel. He wants 9+. It's very possible we don't get him. Okay, with Petey, Miller, Suter, Bluger. Yeah, I like that a lot. I think his name is Jagger Joshua. Interesting. We could land 2 wingers for Gensel cash. I can see Toffoli and Kane costing more than $9 million combined. I know, but dude, like you're talking about the oldest guys out there. Like Kane is on his last legs. It is like this is okay, we're gonna try to win this year. This is not a plan for the future move right here. What you're suggesting, I don't see it happening. I don't see us getting both of them. I can see us getting one of them, but not both of them. He plays in the NHL. I'm not sure, but you would know better than I would. Yeah. Okay, Callum. Okay. Relax, buddy. Oh, good. Yeah. So, are you thinking massive Pettersson trade? I don't think that he's going that far, but let's just see. Since DeBrusk last season, he wasn't that great. 3 times $3.5 million. I think he's going to get yeah, you're probably right. That's probably the number we want there. But I can't see him. Like, Boston's got to be offering him that, right? Tocchet broke his jaw and played through it and scored a playoff game winner. Petey can't handle aggregate. Yeah, I know. It's just a different day, and he's a small player. We did not sign and draft and sign Pettersson because of his strength. We signed him because of his elite playmaking and scoring ability. Callum, if any GMs are going to pull off a gangster trade, it will be them. That's true. He's 25 years old and plays for the... Yeah, okay. Okay, that's good, Murray. You think Lekkermacky makes the jump to the NHL in the next season? I think he does. And I think he can play top 6, but he's going to probably play third line left wing minutes. That's what I think is going to happen. I don't think he's going to do the Swedish line. So the Swedish line was Höglander, Pettersson, and Lindholm. I don't think Lekkermacky, Pettersson, and Höglander, that's a great combo. I'm just not. I mean, they're all skilled, but not sure. More recency bias. No more old and busted. You got to prove you're good enough to play here now. Yeah, I agree. And Japan 4, you're right. Tocchet was built different. That was a different era, everyone. Tocchet was a beast. He could score, he could hit, he could play a playoff style hockey, he could fight, he could do everything. He's the kind of guy you're looking for the playoffs. 100%, everyone. Yeah, so that's kind of the nuts and bolts about it. Now, there are 3 guys that people have been talking about, and I can't remember the third one. So it's DeBrusk, it's Mantha, and someone else. There's a third guy that everyone's talking about. I also saw it on Sekeres and Price. Well, who's the third guy everyone keeps talking about? If you remember, put it in there. Tyler Bertuzzi. That's who it is. That's who it is. So these guys are all like the plan B options. The reason I don't put Tyler Bertuzzi in there, I think Toronto re-signs Tyler Bertuzzi. Okay? That's what I think happens. So it's Mantha or DeBrusk. Okay? So let's just quickly look at Mantha's Anthony Mantha, right? Yes. So let me show you this quickly, because this is another option, everyone. Thank you, Japan for that. Okay, so Mantha's a massive man, 6'5", 234 pounds. I mean, this is kind of like, he's a playoff dude, right? So let's just look at, the ads on this site suck. I mean, he's old, right? Like, what are we talking here? How old is he? Doesn't say on here. Does it? I mean, look how many seasons he's played. So he just finished with Vegas. He got traded to Vegas. 18 games, 10 points, 24 hits. Okay, let's see the total. So 55-31. He had 44 points in 74 games, 23-21. I mean, he's close to DeBrusk. He's just much older. Oh, he's 29 years old. He's 29 years old. Where DeBrusk is much younger. Let's look at the playoffs. Where is it? He's only played three playoffs. Played in 3 games with Vegas. He had no points. Yeah, I don't know. Big guy. Only had 5 hits in those 3 games. I'm not sure. 23 hits in 6 games with Washington the year before that. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I think DeBrusk is the guy you want instead. Maybe Mantha is the guy we end up with. Maybe that's who we end up with. Callum, we want to find Tockets, not Muppets. Yep, I agree. Clone a Tocket line, Callum. Let's do it. Someone bribe Bufflin into and then Dylan might be coming home. If we don't get Zadorov, I think that Vancouver is going to try to get Dylan. That would be awesome. Okay, Roberto said, what you guys think? What do you guys think about Danton Heinen? Local left winger could be a good asset for. Okay, let me just check into that here. Danton Heinen. Okay. Let's look. Okay. So 6'2", 195 pounds, shoots left, has played 487 career NHL games. He's 28 years old. 74, 36 points. I mean, the most he had was when he was with Boston, 47. He's had a lot of okay production. Not great. I mean, there's been some injuries as he's sustained. Let's see. Hits-wise, he's a tank last couple seasons. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's the kind of a guy you want. I don't know. I mean, he'd be is he a UFA? Yeah, Boston. So let's go back to puckpedia.com. Okay. Let's go to puckpedia.com. By the way, Cap Friendly's dying. I'm all in on Puckpedia. So the Boston Bruins, if you look at their stuff, you've got DeBrusk here, Maroon, Lucic, These are the free agents, okay? And Heinen. Oh, he only had a cap at a 775. That's actually not bad. $1 million. There you go. This could be a cheaper option, hey? 2.5. Is that the last one here? Yeah. No, 24 years old, made a whole bunch of money, and now he's making like $1 million, everyone. This would actually not be bad. I like this. Thank you, Roberto. I like that. That could be a guy we could go target. That's excellent. That's why we do conversations like this, because I love hearing your guys' things. Cage, I think if Reinhart wins a cup with Florida, we have a better chance of him coming home and signing here. Yes or no? I think he's staying with Florida no matter what, but we'll see. We'll see. Do you think the Canucks making it publicly known that Zadorov's next offer will be the final offer that they are willing to give leading up to July 1st will make him and his manager more pressured? I do think that, like, okay, this is the thing about Rutherford and Alvin that I absolutely love, okay? They plan ahead. They went and traded for Zadorov early. They went and got Lindholm, kind of at the deadline, so that's fine. But they plan ahead early. They even went with the Pettersson thing. Are you going to resign or are you not? If you're not going to resign, we're trading you to Carolina. That's the rumor that's been out there for a lot. I made a video on it. And so they plan ahead. And they're like saying to Zadorov and Lindholm, this is what we're offering you. This is what we can afford. We want you back. But if you don't want to come back, here's that's fine. But this is our top end. This is what we think not only you're worth, but your potential. We are told this is what we can afford. This is what we got to stick to our plan. So our plan is to win a cup, not to overpay players. Okay. I do think that if you're playing hardball like Pettersson was, I'm sure he wanted 12 million, but 11.6 was the difference. He's just like, I want to stay in Vancouver. They called his bluff and they also paid him good money. So he said, okay. I think that's what they're trying to do with Zadorov and Lindholm. I just think that Lindholm's like, I'm getting more. Zadorov, I just think he wants to come back. So will it backfire? And they say, you know what? But they can go to July 1st and other teams can offer him. And maybe it's Columbus that offers him 6 times 6. Do you want to go to Columbus? Play in there? That's fine. You want to go for the money? Go there. You want to play in the playoffs? Come to Vancouver. I mean, so it might backfire, but I like that they're like, this is the plan. This is what we're doing. You got to let me know. Because we're going to move on. They got to go to plan B, plan C, plan D, whatever it is. Jagger, Joshua, and Dakota. We're okay. I don't understand. Oh yeah, Teravainen too. I haven't looked into a lot of his stuff, but we can look at that. I just want to get through some more comments. Maybe I'll do that in a second. Do you think it doesn't matter? He's going to chase it back. No, I do think it matters. I think playing in Canada matters. I think he's going to get good money. He's getting a raise. He got $3.7 million for the last number of years in the Calgary contract. He's getting a raise. And we're talking like potentially close to $2 million raise. Right? Like I think 5 times 5 is really what. So 1.5 basically it'd be 1.3 million dollar raise. I just think that he's probably going to be able to get 6 times 6, and if he wants that, then I don't think he's chasing the bag. I really think he's coming back to Vancouver. Yes, DeBrusk is super inconsistent player. He's more of a third line guy than a top 6. Okay, but in saying that, Boston played him on his top line. So you're right. You're right. That's why they're getting rid of him. They don't want to pay him. Like that's you're right. But we have a massive need at wing. Massive need. I don't know what we're going to do with it. That's why I'm talking about DeBrusk. But what you're saying is not wrong. We need reckless aggression. No, we don't. This is not like Gino Ojek days, guy. Even though we love him. These free agents are not realistic targets? Okay. Please tell me who is. Tell me, enlighten me of who is. Like, honestly. Please do, A1. I'm thankful that you're here. I would love to hear your opinion. If you played for a while, so at any point you hear it, we don't want you. You're damaged goods. Steve Korea and Frederick. Yeah, that's a better combo. Sign JJ Watt with different sport. Yeah, I think Joshua's going to get paid $4 million at least. I think he's going to go to Toronto. I think he's gone, Dell. I think you're right. I want a psychopath on our team next season. Wow, that's next level. As well, I'm hearing lots of talk of it. Yes, I've heard a lot of this too. I need to do some more. Now he was with Buffalo, right? Let me know if I'm wrong on that. Buffalo. Let's just see. Yeah. Let's go. Now I need to go back to whoever Japan 4 said. I'm just trying to Teravainen. Okay, let's look at this. 28 shoots left, 5'11", 1 third. Yeah. Already it's like it's okay. 4.7. Yeah. I mean, is he taking a pay cut to come to Vancouver? Like, what's the plan here? Yeah, I'm not sure this is the one I want. Claude Lemieux is his agent? That's hilarious. Huh. Learn something new every day, everyone. Okay. Let's go to Murray. What did Murray say? Do you think that some of these players off contract may have to rethink how much they're going to? Yeah, I think they're going to have to I do. Yeah. Will you have Trevor Caverly back as a guest? His insights were good. Is he from Nanaimo? No, he's not. No, he actually lives in Edmonton, and I love having him on. He's great. He's really great. So yes, I would love to have him back on. I know that he would be game as well. It'd be good to have him. So we'll see. We'll see. Del, thanks for. I do appreciate it. Like I feel like I've had a lot of great guests. Trevor being one. We've had I've had both Trevors on. Joe Cooper's been great. Canuck Clay was awesome. By the way, everyone, I'm this week. There's a good chance that Grady is going to be Grady Sass is going to be on the show either this week or next week. I'm hoping this week. It might be tomorrow night, it might be Wednesday night. Stay tuned. I'm going to have Grady on. I can't wait to have him. That's something I've been pumped about having him. He's a great. I think he's going to be a great addition, and we're going to have a great conversation. I'd be so choked if they didn't sign. I am too, man. I don't know if there's anyone pounding the drum more than me, like online, more like on the streams, on the videos. I feel like I'm the guy. Like that's the thing. I'm convinced. And now part of it is definitely like, I'm all in. I make stuff like this, right? I went to the game 5. I said, signed Zadorov. Now I've been saying it for months. We need to get him. We need to get him. So I hear what you're saying. I agree. We need mutants, monsters on that back end, and I'm sure Taki has some input. He loves Big Z. Yeah. If you sign Zadorov, can we bring Brennan Dillon as well if Hronek walks? Yes, but the problem is he's a left-handed shot defenseman. So you'll have Hughes, and then you'll have Zadorov, Susie, and Brendan Dillon. I don't think he'll come to Vancouver because he won't get enough playing time. He'll want to play regular minutes. Unless you put a left-handed shot defenseman on the right-hand side. That's possible. But if he does, you say he wants to play here and wants to come back, wouldn't he just take the initial? Because, okay, Ryan, I hear what you're saying. Let me explain why he hasn't signed yet. Because this is called negotiations. This is the opportunity that everyone's doing to negotiate these contracts, and there's this bend, don't break mentality. The Canucks, I believe, have offered and said, this is what we can offer you, and he's deciding what to do. And so what he's going to do is he's going to wait. By the way, what is this on my shirt? That's weird. Okay, so bend, don't break. And they're like, they're both playing chicken right now, or they got the guns out and they're like, who draws first? Who's going to shoot first? Right? Like whatever it is. Who's going to, I think that's what's happening right now. And it can happen. There's nothing wrong with that. I think if next week comes and Zadorov says, okay, I'll take that deal. He'll take it as long as they're still offering it to him. I just think that. So I've heard that rumor as well about Zadorov going to Toronto. Again, just a rumor. I mean, they can't talk to him. They can't talk to him. So, and will Toronto give him 6 times 6? They might. Dell says no to DeBrusk. Could rather keep Joshua. Yeah. Is he though? I don't know what DeBrusk is asking for everyone. So, I mean, what can he ask for? I think DeBrusk has already shown that he's a better player than Joshua. If this is his career year, you got to let Joshua go now and let him get the bag, right? But I hear what you're saying. I like Joshua too. There's a lot of Canuck fans that do. Yeah, that's another point. Like he plays the style of Rick Tocchet. So you're right. He's tough. That's how I feel about Kane. Never want to see that dude in a Canucks jersey. He's tainted. Zach, good to see you as well. We need a physical player who can play along the boards for. Yeah, I agree. He seems like a good fit. Is there any truth to Brady Tkachuk rumors? Canucks should move heaven and earth to get him. Okay, there are no rumors for Brady Tkachuk. It's literally clickbait. There is nobody talking about this that's like a credible media guy I haven't heard it yet. So if you find something, please send me a link. I would appreciate that. But I love Brady Tkachuk. Like I've talked about considering trading Pedersen for Brady Tkachuk. Like that's what I've done. That's what I've talked about. That's how much I like him. I don't know if that's a good move for Vancouver, but it feels like it is. Feels like because he's a playoff guy, you know. But you do lose offense if you do that. Yeah. I mean, I know that you guys people are not happy about the Kane unless it's Kane from WWE. Yeah, everyone wants a Brady type player for sure. Roberto, I totally agree with Japan Force. Something big is going to happen with the Canucks. It's going to be a shock in the NHL blockbuster. It could be. Okay, let's. I do want to get into this conversation about the NBA real quick because the Celtics did win today. So Yeah, I think it does have a bearing on the NHL, but let me just go. Okay, let me just pause here because I do think it relates. Let me show you where it relates. So Celtics beat the Mavs today. Therefore, the NHL script also has been written. Florida lifts Lord Stanley tomorrow, confirmed. I actually have been thinking that, like, they say that the NFL is the copycat league, but isn't the NBA and the NHL copying the NBA? Like, literally must-win game for the Mavs. They blow out the Celtics, okay? At home, then they're going to Boston. They lose to Boston. They lose the championship. Edmonton needs to survive, comes out at home, game 4, blows out Florida like 8-1. And I have this feeling that tomorrow night, Florida wins in Florida. It's going to be a great party there. That's what I think is going to happen. So Dell thinks that too. So the NBA finals are showing the path to the NHL finals. Panthers in 5. Go Cats, go. That could be good. Now, I'm a huge basketball guy. I coach basketball. I played basketball in high school. I'm all in. I'm a guy who loves basketball shoes. It's if you're a basketball player. I just was in Seattle this weekend for my son's basketball tournament. My wife and my son, we went down with their team, and I wasn't coaching, but I went to the outlets and I found smoking deals. Like, I've never found deals like this before. Okay. So this is the first pair of shoes, everyone, that I got. These are Giannis's. Now, let me show you what I mean by that. I don't know if so 34 it's stitched. See that? See that? And the 4s there. That's what these are. So cool. Look at this. Okay. Put in the chat how much you think I paid for this. Actually, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell you anyways. Like, the grips on these are, I don't know. Can you see that? You can't. Oh, there you can now. These things are so awesome. Okay. Guys, $28. $28. They go with all my Canucks gear too. Okay. Then at the Seattle, so that was at the Nike store in like Bellevue. Okay. Then at the Under Armour store at the Seattle Premium Outlets. Okay. I know some of you are like, you don't care. Give me just a second. I bought these Steph Curry's, everyone. Look at these Steph Curry's. It's so bright. It's hard to see. There. These Steph Curry's are like, you can see it inside. It says Curry. Right? Like, these things are gorgeous, right? $26. Now, both those are US. But these are like 160, 200. That's what we're talking about. So I'm a huge NBA fan. But don't you think these are going to go great with like a Canucks jersey? I do. I coach, so I'm going to be using these. I also got a third pair, but it's Zoom Pegasus. It's crazy. Isn't that an awesome deal? Think about that for a second. I'm so pumped. I've never bought 3 pairs of shoes at one time in my life. I am so excited. My wife's like, it's Father's Day. Just get them. Plus, they're super affordable. Yeah. Okay. That's my NBA talk, my basketball talk. Okay. Let's go back to Canucks. Angelo, Joshua and Zadorov, Toronto bound. Possible. Hope not. If they do, I have a feeling that I might cheer for Toronto. Not as my favorite team, but I might secretly cheer for Toronto because I just love those guys. But I also love Austin Matthews a lot. And I like Nylander, but I don't like their goaltending situation. So I don't think they win until they get a goalie. Callum wants us to let Hronek go. I understand that concept. Tkachuk and Tatum were school chums? What? I didn't know that. I think Brady Tkachuk would be a fit for this team. Do we trade? I've thought that. I've suggested that before. Trade Petey and Demko for Brady. What? Both of them? That would be awful. That would be too much. Way too much. If DK is priced out of Vancouver, which is leaning towards that, there are replacements on the free agent market and trade market. Isn't Dume, wasn't he a defenseman? No, maybe he is a winger. I don't know. I don't know these other ones. I haven't done any research on those guys. I'll have to look into that. Brady is younger and tougher than Matthew. Matthew? Are you talking about Matthew Tkachuk? How about Tarasenko or Matt Duchene? I love Matt Duchene. I would be all in. I've been wanting Matt Duchene on the Vancouver Canucks for like a decade. I love that player. I'm all in. Isn't he a centerman? So he would be. And wait a minute, would we have to trade for him? Let's go to Duchene. Matt Duchene. 33 years old, center. Yeah. Let's just quickly look at this. Puckpedia. Oh, man. 33. Is he a UFA? He is. $3 million? That's all he makes? Are you kidding me? No, 8. $8 million, everyone. That's pricey. That is pricey. Interesting. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. But I love Duchene. I'm all in. Yeah, I think, Angelo, that the Panthers win tomorrow. I'm honestly terrified of the thought of losing Dakota because I don't really see anyone else matching the energy, grit, and overall synergy with. Yeah. It's going to be hard. I just don't like losing guys that hit like he does that bring the physicality, right? So as well as he's got some offensive upside. I do think he's replaceable. I just know it's not easy to do that. But it's not as hard as I think everyone's thinking. No, I agree. He's got to leave there, so for sure. Yeah, Brady only gets 8.5. That's not gonna. Thank you. I love my shoes. They are they are not fake, Ryan. They literally came from the Nike store, from the Under Armour store. These are not fake. No, I didn't get anything for Grogu. He actually doesn't like wearing shoes. Tolo Pilo is as good or better than Sealaws. I mean, he could be, but he's going to be in the AHL next year. So Shelovs is going to be the backup, I believe. Yeah, Brady Tkachuk equals Stanley Cup bucket. I agree. If he comes to Vancouver, we're going to be pumped. Stella. Oh, okay. McCarthy kicks. Interesting. There's also, isn't there another one? Sabrina. I think WNBA, they talk about the grip is amazing. A lot of guys are buying those shoes. We're traded to the Avs. Both got Jam. Is on Tampa and has a year left and as tough as nails. System tall. Interesting. Okay. Sloppy Joe, welcome. He signed a 1-year, $3 million contract this last year, I think. Okay. Who knows what he wants? I think you're talking about Duchene, right? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. 1 year, $3 million. So this was his big one. Oh, before that. Thank you for clarifying. Yes, I didn't read that properly. July 1st, signed with Dallas. Before that, he was okay. So $3 million. I mean, that would be a steal and a half, wouldn't it be? Joshua will be a top 6 on most teams. His line was de facto second. Yes, I agree. That was the second line. I don't think we should pay him $4 million. I really don't. 28. I don't think. See, I would personally want DeBrusk over Joshua personally, but maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, you were talking about Duchesne. Duchesne was bought out by Nashville and Dallas signed him for $3 million. He is available, but Dallas wants him back. Of course, Dallas will definitely want him back. Totally. So yeah, anyways, everyone. So, like in all honesty, there is nothing to talk about anymore regarding the UFA RFA conversation until something happens. So this is why I wanted to make this video tonight about Plan B. Plan B. I think it's really interesting because there is just, I think the DeBrusk conversation. Oh, I got to go to Teravainen. Maybe that would be my next one. Teravainen. Okay. 29 age. Let's see, his contract $5.4 million. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe we'll have to do a video on him later. 5'11", 192 pounds. Okay, might have to do that. So that's what I'm thinking about these options. What are the free agent options? I've had a excuse me, a couple randoms come into my streams and into my videos and saying, this is why you're not a GM. Your takes are ridiculous. And I push back and I say, please let me know. What do you think? And I think they don't like the conversation I have about Hronek, how I'd be okay letting him go. That's what I think it comes down to. I think we can replace him. I don't want to pay him 8 times 8. I'm sorry. I do not think you should pay him more than Hughes. I think that's bad. A bad move. That's bad business. I think it's terrible. I think also signing for 8 years. I don't really want to give him that money, but it's okay if people disagree with me. Listen, it does not matter if people want to disagree. You can disagree with me. I can be wrong as well. I'm just telling you my opinion. That's why it's my channel. But I welcome different opinions. I welcome that. But don't just come into my comments and just say it's ridiculous. You have no idea what you're talking about. Tell me what you would do instead, who you would sign, how much you would sign them for. Coming in just saying you're a moron to me. Okay, that's fine. You can have that opinion, but tell me what you think. Like, it's easy to find the problems. It's hard to find solutions. That's what leaders do. That's what I do. I'm trying to find solutions. So, just saying. Yeah, this is what I said in the beginning of the video, Del. Almost no deals done anywhere. Kind of strange. I guess July 1st will be the day. I do think a lot of the re-signs are going to happen around the draft. After the draft, I think it's going to happen. So, but it's negotiations. They're trying not to. It's the bend, don't break moments, right? Rutherford is going to shake out guys who don't have their eyes on the prize. To their surprise, this off season. Yep. Yeah, I can see big changes coming. That's what I said right at the beginning, right? Let me go back to that banner. I think it's up here. I think we're going to, some people are thinking we're not going to sign anyone, but it's been quiet. It's been quiet. All right. Last comment, and then I'm shutting it down for tonight. It's been an hour. Thank you, everyone. If you haven't hit that like and subscribe, please do. Look at Cup teams like Pittsburgh. Crosby took a discount to win the Cup. Canucks players want to max out. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. But they want to get paid, man, and there's nothing wrong with that. So Florida better win tomorrow, or else I'm going to riot in my home. Okay. Speaking of riots, have you guys watched this video that I've done with the review and interview with Canuck Clay? He was in the video on the documentary. I'm just here for the riot. I thought it was really well done. Loved having Clay with me. So yeah. thanks everyone for being here tonight. I really appreciate you. You are welcome. You are welcome. What a blessing it is to have you guys in here. And yeah, we'll this week I'm hoping to get Grady on with me. And yeah, hope that everyone does well. And I agree. I hope Luongo lifts the cup tomorrow. Not that I hate the Oilers or anything like that. I respect the Oilers. I just think that he's going to be. I just think Florida's better. That's what I think. That's what I think. So yeah. So and thanks everyone for the positive comments. I want to see that 30 for 30 about the right. Yeah, watch it. It's great. It is a great show. When am I on next? I might be on tomorrow, or I think I'm going to be on Wednesday for sure. It's either I might be on both days, so we'll see. I have thought about this. He had me on. I do want to bring Kyle on as well. Even Trevor Beggs would be great to have as well. I don't know if I'll bring them both on at the same time, but I think I would like to have Kyle on, even though he was dogging me on his show. Just saying. He was dogging me on his show because I was hoping Edmonton was going to beat Dallas, but I wasn't cheering for them, and he didn't like that comment. But that's okay. I still love Kyle. So, yeah. All right. Thanks, everyone, for coming by. Appreciate you a ton. Of course, always hit the like and subscribe, and go Canucks, go.